Do you think you have a funnel issue, that your funnel is not generating enough leads, or maybe your advertising system is not generating the right quality of leads? Whatever issue you think you might have, chances are most likely the biggest issue and the real root of your concerns and anxiety is a revenue issue in your business. Most business owners, coaches, consultants, agency owners think they have a marketing problem, or maybe they think they have a tech problem or a funnel problem, but most likely they are trying to fix a big issue, which is revenue. It's just that our monkey brain likes to basically dig in and look for all sorts of minor reasons instead of looking directly at the root cause. So if you have a revenue issue in your business, then keep watching this video, because I'm going to show you a very simple strategy that's going to help you seal this hole forever, so that you can stop worrying about funnels or ads. And basically your choice, it's a free choice. If you decide to improve your funnel, that's not out of sheer desperation to basically break even revenue and your overhead cost this month. You basically it's out of improvement choice, not out of desperation or you trying to make some money to make ends meet this month. So keep watching this video and let's figure out this issue in your business forever. And guys, if you don't mind, just please go ahead and click that like button, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell button, because my name is Nazim, I'm the marketing guy, and I cover and give probably most sophisticated and comprehensive breakdowns for online businesses, more specifically for service-based businesses such as coaching businesses, consulting, agency, and others. So if you will end up enjoying this video, and if you watch the other videos of mine, and if you like them, go ahead and subscribe, because I pump these out on a pretty regular basis. Okay, so now that we have separated the real problem, which is the revenue issue in your business, from the other imposter problems you think you might have, such as funnel issue or ads issue in your business, now let's actually dig into what's causing this revenue issue in your business and what really needs to be fixed. And like I said, most people think they have a lead quantity issue, right? They think that they need to spend more on advertising, or they think they have a lead quality issue. And to be honest with you, unless majority of the people you get on the phone with are straight up broke or can't afford your services, you're fine, right? So if you have, for example, if you generate 10 sales calls and 2 or 3 or even 4, honestly, out of those sales calls are with people who basically don't qualify financially or per other parameters, then this is not the real reason why your business is not really doing well. And the real reason you have a revenue issue in your business is because you are not taking care of your customer lifetime value. So what is basically customer lifetime value? To put it very simply in layman's terms, customer lifetime value is how much a client worth to you over the forever period of time, right? And unfortunately, most businesses have quite a pump and dump attitude for their clients and their customer lifetime values, instead of looking at it as an evergreen source of fuel, of energy, of money, right, and of more clients. And basically what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to teach you how to increase your customer lifetime value properly, ethically, and effectively. And I'll also give you some nice examples and case studies for when things went bad for people, when they didn't take care of their customer lifetime value, when things went rocking and amazing, when they listened to my advice and took care of their customer lifetime value. Okay, so let's start with a very simple example of a customer lifetime value working really great for a business. And I'm actually going to pick the most simple, the easiest example of all, which is not really a coaching business. It's going to be Apple. So I'll try to put some graphs here and there, but did you know that actually close to half, or a good 30-40% of Apple sales come from wearables and other devices that Apple produces? Those are the AirPods, the Apple Watch that I have right here, for example, that I'm just not wearing in this video because it kind of annoys me in this new jacket I bought. But basically, and actually funny enough, the most profitable business in 2020 or 2019 was AirPods. Like, because AirPods somehow legally goes as a separate entity from Apple, and it was literally announced as the most profitable company ever, right? Which is quite insane if you look at how many tech firms, how many other businesses there is, but the most profitable business was not Apple, it was AirPods. So it just goes to show you the power of increasing your customer lifetime value, because what really Apple did was it looked at the at its products roster, and they started with the computer, and then they added the phone, and they were kind of cruising like that for a little bit, and then they realized that, God, like, let's actually start dominating this marketplace, because we can dive into watches, we can produce our headphones, and now they actually they're blocking their tracking system of your user tracking system for a lot of advertising platforms, because I actually think, it's just my suspicion, that they're going to come up with their own advertising platform somehow. So basically, Apple is the best example of just taking your client and then thinking, okay, how can I service this client best? Obviously, also in a way that's going to make me most money, but also let's keep the money in the house, right? Like this Apple user, right, who has who has an iPhone or bought an Apple a computer. Why let this person go and get a Samsung smartwatch or any other sort of let's say like a Fitbit watch or whatever, if we can produce something of our own? So basically, this is the mantra for increasing your lifetime value, looking at a client not as a one-time sale, but as basically a lifelong relationship and a commitment to this person, to serving this person at your best, and really also making sure that you make most profit out of that client. So Apple is really the greatest example. Now that we've kind of like looked at the most obvious example, let's actually look at everything from your perspective, right? From a perspective of a coaching, consulting, or an agency-based business. Okay, so what I'm going to do, as always, I'm actually going to look at these lessons from a perspective of mistakes, specific mistakes that most business owners make in their businesses, and I'm going to tell you about those mistakes, and then I'm going to obviously offer a counter solution to avoid those mistakes in your business. And let's jump right into mistake number one. And mistake number one is actually trying to charge too much, too fast, too soon, too upfront in your business, in your online business. And what I really mean by that is, and especially in the coaching, consulting, or an agency industry, in this internet marketing industry, this concept of trying to charge as much as possible, getting that first 10,000 sale out of a single client right away, or $15,000 sale or whatever, has almost become in a way a badge of honor, like a badge of excellence. Like even like going and posting in the Facebook groups with your peers, like, hey guys, I just closed a $10,000 sale, blah blah blah. But it's really, if you think about it, it's not the best mentality, because what you need to be able, because when you're closing that $10,000 sale, there's a downside. There's a certain opportunity cost that comes with getting that $10,000 sale, and there are actually quite a few. Number one, if you set your prices too high up, it means it will inevitably allow you to enroll fewer clients into your program. And I'll in a second explain to you why your biggest goal should be to actually enroll as many clients as possible for the fairest price you think you need to set for your programs, because those people that you enroll, those lots of people that you enroll in the front end, will actually do some great things with them later on, and really keep upselling them and keep upgrading them to other programs that will actually cost you that you will get paid even more money for. But again, if you set your prices too high too early on in your client journey, it will basically sort of like choke this kind of like this flow, right? Throttle this flow of new leads, and will basically eventually lead to fewer opportunities down the line, right? So that's number one. Number two is buyer's remorse. To be honest with you, and I don't have issues with money, right, as you can imagine, but when I get on a call with someone, or I have my interaction with someone for the first time, and I feel that they're trying to basically get the most, sort of like the most money gets squeezed out of me, it generally doesn't leave a good aftertaste in my mouth. And I don't mind. Like I paid people, individual businesses, upwards of $50,000 for their consulting services, but I've basically built up that trust over time, right? And this is actually funny how this is why you see so many of these new funnels now on the internet who sell the $27, $37 thing first, where basically they try to pre-establish this trust with their prospects beforehand, and then after you pay maybe the $27, $37 and try a few things with that person, you are basically more predisposed and you have more trust with that person to buy something from them. Now I'm not really telling you to charge to set $27 as your first price, but as a litmus test or rule of thumb, I guess, the best way to do this is to basically look at what your competitor is charging, and if you think you are really offering the most premium service, and you can most certainly charge some sort of a premium for your services. Like, so if your industry charges $3,000, you can maybe charge $4,000, but don't go charging $10,000, because again, yes, you will get those $10,000 sales, but in the long term, it will come actually biting you in the ass, because you will have fewer opportunities to upsell people down the line. So that's mistake number one: trying to basically get the most out of people too soon, too fast, looking at it as a quick pump and dump, like one-time sale, like having that mentality, instead of looking at it as a partnership that will extend out and continue for many years to come, which is how it's supposed to be in your business, right? Unless you're running some sort of like pump and dump kind of coaching business, which I hope you don't. So basically that's mistake number one. Now let's move on to mistake number two. And actually, before we move on to mistake number two, I just looked at my show notes, and I actually wrote down a quick example from a client I had before. I actually had two clients, and this was, I think, two years ago. I had this experience with these two clients where I had this one client, they didn't start at the same time, one after another, but at first I had this one client. They were charging, I think, $8,000 for their services when we worked, and I said, look guys, like, this is too much, let's bring it down to $5,000, and per my math and per the competitor analysis I've done for you, you will actually enroll the equivalent amount. You'll have the increase in the same amount that your price, you're going to have the increase in clients, in the quantity of clients, of the same amount that you're going to decrease your services for. I guess that makes sense. And in the end, plus you will have the surplus of more clients. So basically, I talked to them, I tried to basically put some sense into them, but ultimately they refused. And nothing really changed in their businesses. They kept struggling. And then I had another client, not in the same industry, but something close, something parallel to that. It was all biz up niche, and basically they were charging, I think, $7,500 for their services, and I said the same thing. I said, guys, let's bring it down to $5,000, which they did. They brought it down by about, I guess, close to 30%, and right in the next 60 days, the quantity of clients they enrolled also went up by 30%, which meant they didn't really lose any sort of like revenue, like when it came to just big revenue numbers, but also because I helped them to establish a year-long program, a continuity thing that they also charged money for, that they ended up upselling 20 to 25% of their clients. Their business literally went up from $2 million a year to $4 million a year without any additional advertising spend, right? So because again, they went from $7,500 to $5,000, right? They brought it down, but they also enrolled as much or as many new clients. Plus, they had a continuity program. I helped them to push out a continuity program, which would price at about $20,000. And because they were upselling a good amount of people, which if you upsell 20 to 30 people, if you're graduates, into something more expensive, that's totally a great number. And because they did that, they basically increased their the lifetime value of an average customer from $5,000 to $15,000, right? So I hope this math makes sense to you. Obviously, I'm trying to distill, 6 months of work with one client to one quick video, but basically this is the reason, guys, you should not get too greedy too fast, and if you show patience, it will reward you. So yeah, let's move on to mistake number 2. Okay, so mistake number 2 is not consistently calculating and evaluating your value per client. And again, a very important metric in your business. And a lot of people, they sort of look at how much money they charge their clients upfront, and again, they stick this little badge of honor on their blazer that, hey, 10K club or whatever silly name they come up for that thing, and they say, yeah, so I'm charging $10,000 for each client. But what if I told you that this $10,000 is actually not that much, and you can bring it up to $25,000? Yeah, if you again show some patience and make sure that you craft your client journey, keeping your client's best interest in mind, and also being a little bit strategic with it moving forward, which I'm going to talk about in a second on how to do that. But basically, evaluating your value per client is gonna let you see the real number, the real number, not just like this little badge of honor thing, but actually, if you set out your client journey across multiple products, and you actually set up your sales systems and the logical upsell system or downsell system in a way that makes sense for clients, and if you can track what proportion of your clients go from high ticket offer to continuity offer, what part of them actually decides to cancel out on your program, which is a sign that your program needs to be improved. If you track all these things, basically, you will be able to come up with the real number, the value number, how much each client makes you. And if you can basically stay consistent with your tracking there and make it your goal to keep growing and improving that number, then amazing things will happen to you. You will very soon realize that you will go from charging the silly 10K right away too fast, being too greedy per client, to actually building an amazing client journey for clients, and making twice or even 3 times as much in the long run, right? And when I say in the long run, I'm talking about a year, which is really not that much in business. So again, make sure that you calculate your value per client continuously and always. And if you'd like to grab a sheet for that, click on the link below in the show notes below this video, and join our Facebook group. We have an amazing Facebook group. It's completely free, where we'll post freebies and new exclusive content that probably doesn't even go out on my YouTube channel on there. So join it. Again, it's completely free. Link in the description down below. So let's move on to mistake number 3. So mistake number 3 is not having a strategic game plan for actually upselling your clients from your main offer, from your core offer, into other offers, right? Whether it's going up or it's going down. And again, the biggest problem for most people, it starts up here in their mindset. They see something as a quick pump and dump kind of thing, right? And instead of thinking long term and again planning out their programs in a way that this journey with the client is going to go on for a long time. So once you fix that problem, it comes down to a couple of things you need to do right as you work with your clients, right? Whether that's sales tactics, sales strategies, whether that's how you communicate with that client. And I'm gonna mention one big reason here, and I mention other reasons in my other video, which is going to be here. I hope I'm pointing in the right direction, not like the other time when I was doing this. A more comprehensive video for how to, for specific sales strategies, marketing strategies on how to upsell your clients, I will produce another video that you can find here, or just go to my YouTube channel and search for upsell in the title. But basically, one of the biggest mistakes, or one of the biggest key things you need to dial in that I'm going to talk to you in this video is really strategically planning out your programs in a way that it makes sense for your client to continuously and gradually keep moving forward and upgrading and basically buying even more expensive stuff from you. And again, as I'm saying this, I feel like it all sounds so evil, right? Like the goal is to keep charging your clients more and more. Not really, because when you talk to the client, first of all, you can never make them or somehow trick them into paying you more money, but you will realize that some of your clients will have really great experience with you, some not, because I don't know, for a lot of reasons. It really depends on each person and their attitude for work, their unique situation. But you'll notice that, again, like I said already, like good 20-30% of people will have great experiences, will have appetite and hunger for more, right? So for example, if you're teaching someone how to make 10K, and probably the majority of people will just say at the end, like, okay, cool, I'm making my 10K, I don't want to make more than that. But a good portion, although probably minority, but still a good portion of those people will say, hey, okay, like, I hope this doesn't end here, right? Like, how do we make more? So it's exactly with those people that you'll make offers to. And again, if you do a good job, if you do your due diligence and manage to upsell 20-30% of your people, that's already great success. And one of the other reasons to keep your clients around for as much as possible, and not just for appetite, for more reasons, one of the reasons is really to keep working with them for as long as possible, and to keep them accountable for their goals for as long as possible, because real transformation comes from consistency over time, right? So to give you a few quick examples from different industries for how you can plan out your upsells or continuity programs is here are some examples. So number one, if you're in the fitness industry and if you have like a 3-month weight loss bootcamp program where you run them through a very specific diet and an exercise regimen, what your upsell can be is, for example, like you say, hey, Janet or Jack, you've lost all this weight, but you do realize that being fit and healthy is a part of a lifelong habit. And I basically have this continuity program where I work with clients for over for a year or for 6 months, where we actually keep working on distilling these healthy habits in them. Plus, I will share with you, like a macronutrient kind of dieting where you don't have to stick to a specific diet anymore, and you can actually sort of like track your macros, the macronutrients you eat every day, and as long as you fit everything in the macronutrients you need to hit every day, you can maybe even enjoy pizza or enjoy ice cream every day. So that could be an upsell, right? Another upsell can be in the BizOp industry, where you say, hey, Janet, right? I taught you how to generate new clients, but in this continuity program, what I can show you is basically how to upsell your clients into continuity programs. It kind of sounds silly, right? But especially in the business industry, it makes a lot of sense. And you basically teach them that. And the promise in the upsell is, hey, I'm going to actually teach you how to increase your customer lifetime value. It's actually one of the things we teach in our upsell in our programs, and it works amazing for our clients. Like, our clients join, they pay us, and then literally within the next 7 days, because again, we're in the BizOp industry, they upsell their clients for year longs, and they literally make 5x their investment they made in us, right, working with us. So basically you get the gist, right? And these are very quick and easy ideas and examples for how you can plan out your upsell. So I'm just looking at my show notes here, and I don't think I have any more to add on top of of everything that I just said. Now it's a pretty long video as it is. So guys, if you enjoyed it, as always, click on the like button, subscribe to the channel, make sure to join our Facebook group, make sure to follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and yeah, stay tuned for more videos. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, also maybe leave a comment with with what you took away from this video. And also, if you have a couple of more video ideas and video examples, do put that also in the comments section down below as well. So again, this is me, Nazim. Thanks for watching, and I'm checking out, and I'll see you in the next video. Talk soon.